Module number 6, price action patterns. For price action patterns, group of candlestick naman to that forms a pattern na magsisignal sa atin if there is a possible continuation or reversal sa market. So module outline. So marami tayong mga patterns, pero yung mga i-discuss natin dito, ito yung ginagamit ko and ito yung common na makikita natin sa market. So we have wedge and triangles, flags, head and shoulders, and then double top and double bottom. So price action patterns refers to the up and down movement of a market's price when plotted over time. Chart patterns are derived from price action. It allows a trader to read the market and make trading decisions based on repeatable patterns that occur on the chart. So again, ito yung mga matututunan nating pattern. So meron tayong continuation pattern and reversal patterns. Falling wedge. This is a bullish continuation pattern. So kailangan makita natin to sa uptrending market. So we have an impulse or an upside move, and then yung pullback or correction natin, ito yung magpo-form ng falling wedge pattern. So this is a complex pullback. So kung makikita nyo, majority of the time, marami siyang moves. Parang nagko-compress siya within this wedge. Alright? So, ang ina-anticipate natin kapag nakakita tayo ng ganitong pattern is a continuation upside. So, yung structure niya, higher high to higher low, dito siya ma-form. And once na na-confirm na natin na wedge to, ang ina-anticipate natin is another upside move to create a new higher high. So, yung confirmation natin for falling wedge, kapag nag-breakout siya. Alright? Kapag nag-breakout siya sa pattern, that's our confirmation na nag-play out yung falling wedge and malaki yung chance na magkaroon tayo ng impulse move again to the upside. Now, ang invalidation nitong pattern na to would be below the pattern. Alright? Meaning, kung maglalagay tayo ng stop loss dito, ito yung safest place. Kung di naman, this will invalidate our trading idea. Kasi baka may iba pa siyang gustong gawin yung market, no, kung i-invalidate niya to. Alright? And then, yung target for falling wedge would be dalawa. So first is this one, yung immediate resistance. And then the second one is yung tinatawag nating 100% measured move. Alright? Ibig sabihin, kung ano yung measurement nitong first leg, ito yung gagawin nating measurement for the second leg. So, dun sa pinaka-low, kung saan siya nag-establish ng higher low or yung end nitong wedge, ipa-plot lang natin siya dito and that would be our target number 2. So, yan yung tinatawag na measured move. So, let's have an example. AUD-JPY daily time frame. So, dito makakakita tayo na meron tayong impulse move na nag-break ng structure. So, nagkaroon tayo ng higher high. And then, from higher high to higher low, nag-form ng falling wedge. So, nagsisignal sa atin to na pwede pang mag-continue yung impulse move niya upside. So, yung confirmation natin is this breakout and then invalidation below the pattern. Alright? So, yung target natin would be first, itong immediate resistance. And then yung second is a measured move. So, i-measure natin itong first impulse leg ipa-plot natin siya dito kung saan nagkaroon tayo ng higher low. So, ipa-plot lang natin to once na confirmed or nag-breakout na yung price dito sa falling wedge. Okay? So, this would be our second target. Alright? Another example, Amazon. So, from here, sideways, then nag-breakout, nag-form ng higher high. And then, yung correction niya, nag-form ng complex pullback or etong falling wedge. Right? So, yung confirmation natin would be breakout, invalidation below the low. And kung papansinin nyo, dito sa apex ng wedge, nagkaroon din tayo ng low test, which is a bullish price action, right? So, added confirmation siya. So, nag-breakout, invalidation dito below the pattern. First target would be immediate resistance. And then, the second target would be a measured move. Alright? So, as you can see dito, parang nag-fail siya. Na-reach naman niya yung area ng target. Pero you have to understand na hindi lagi na i-hit niya yung target nitong falling wedge. Right? Hindi kailangan ng market na i-hit yan. Pero at least meron tayong projection na possible mapunta dito sa measured move target yung price. Okay? Alright. Another example, gold 4-hour time frame. So, meron tayong impulse na break yung structure, lower high, higher high. Higher high to higher low, nag-form tayo ng wedge. Okay? And also, guys, you have to remember din na hindi magiging picture perfect lagi yung pattern natin, no? So, ang kailangan yung makita yung behavior niya. So, kung titingnan natin dito, sa hindi trained na eye, medyo hindi natin ma-identify to as wedge, right? Pero, ito yung kailangan yung tignan. Nanggaling tayo sa impulse. So, remember, sa market phase, after an impulsive move, papasok tayo sa corrective move. Right? So, ito yung correction phase ng market. So, impulse correction, higher high, higher low. Okay? And it just so happen na andito tayo sa level, previous resistance, nag-turn into support. Okay? And also, kung papansinin nyo, meron din tayong low test dito. So, added confirmation yan. Breakout, yung confirmation natin for the wedge, and invalidation below the pattern. First target, immediate resistance. Now, kung papansinin nyo, like for this example, kung ito yung gagawin nating target, medyo short siya. I mean, hindi siya ideal kasi kung dito tayo mag-enter sa breakout, andito yung stop loss natin, tapos ito yung target. Lugi tayo. Kumbaga nasa negative risk to reward ratio tayo. Okay? So, anong pwede natin gawin? Pwede natin gawin yung second target, measured move. Alright? Rising wedge. So, this one is a bearish continuation pattern. So, opposite lang siya ng falling wedge. So, kailangan makita natin sa downtrending market to. So, meron tayong impulsive move downside followed by a complex correction or complex pullback. So, yung pullback na yon, pwede siyang mag-form into rising wedge. Now, once na makakita tayo nito, there's a possibility na mag-continue yung price downside. Alright? So, for confirmation, maghihintay tayo ng breakdown and then invalidation above the pattern. Ang first target natin would be this immediate support and then yung second target is a measured move. Alright? USD CAD daily time frame. So, kung makita natin dito, meron tayong impulse move. Okay? And then, nag-form tayo ng rising wedge, which is again, continuation pattern to the downside. So, ito yung confirmation natin, breakdown. So, kung makikita nyo rin, yung pullback na ginawa niya is a complex pullback. Okay? So, hindi siya simple pullback na isang move lang. Alright? So, breakdown, ito yung confirmation natin. And invalidation ng pattern is above the wedge. Alright? First target would be immediate support, and then the second target would be a measured move. So, dito nag-start yung impulse. I-measure lang natin yan hanggang dito sa dulo kung saan nag-start yung wedge. And then, ipa-plot natin siya dito sa peak or dun sa lower high. And then, ito yung magiging second target natin. Alright? Hong Kong Index. So, Hang Seng, 4-hour time frame. So, dito meron tayong impulse correction. Impulse nag-form ng lower low. And then, pumasok tayo sa corrective phase na nag-form ng rising wedge. Breakdown, confirmation. Ito yung invalidation natin. First target. So, yung immediate support. And then, second target would be a measured move. Alright? Another example is Euro USD 4-hour time frame. So, dito makikita natin na after this rally, nagkaroon tayo ng impulse downside creating a lower low. And then after this impulse, pumasok yung price sa correction na nag-form nitong rising wedge. So, dito na-establish yung lower high and then nagkaroon tayo ng breakdown dito. So, yan yung confirmation. So, invalidation above the pattern. First target would be here. Now, in this case, kung nag-enter tayo dito, let's say, around here, hindi ideal na gawing target etong immediate support, right? Kasi sobrang lapit. Hindi niya tayo bibigyan ng magandang risk to reward ratio kasi andito yung invalidation level natin. Okay? So, ang pwede natin gawin is a measured move target. So, kung saan nag-start yung impulse, yun yung gagawin nating target. Alright? So, ang pag-plot natin nito, once na nakuha natin ito, okay, yung measurement nito, ipa-plot natin siya once na nag-breakdown, once na may confirmation, and then i-anchor natin siya dun sa pinakataas ng pattern or yung lower high in this case. Okay? So, ito yung gagamitin nating second target. Alright? Ascending wedge. So, ito naman, reversal pattern siya. So, nangyayari siya after an upside move. So, let's say, meron tayong impulsive move. And then, magkakaroon tayo ng deceleration. So, yung deceleration na yon, usually magpo-form siya into an ascending wedge pattern. Alright? So, pwede siyang, hindi niya i-reverse yung trend. Pero ang i-reverse niya, etong move na to. Okay? So, hindi siya reversal ng trend. Possible, tapos na tong move na to, let's say higher high to, and then papunta na tayo ng higher low. Alright? So, ganito yung pwede niyang gawin. Now, ang confirmation natin is breakdown, of course. And then, ang invalidation natin is above the high ng pattern once na nagkaroon na ng breakdown. Now, you have to also remember na sobrang importante na hintayin natin yung confirmation, yung breakdown niya from the pattern kasi this can also be a continuation. Kasi kung titingnan natin yung structure, although nag-decelerate siya, gumagawa pa rin siya ng higher lows. Ibig sabihin, may mga buyers pa rin na pumapasok. Alright? Pero once na nagkaroon na tayo ng confirmation, malaki yung chance na magkaroon tayo ng downside move. So, ang target for ascending wedge is yung starting point ng wedge. Alright? Let's have an example, Euro USD daily time frame. So, dito meron tayong wedge. And kung makikita natin, if we look left, meron tayong resistance level dito. So, after this acceleration, yung price nag-decelerate, nag-form ng wedge, ng ascending wedge towards this area of resistance. Alright? So, yung confirmation, andito siya nung nagkaroon tayo ng breakdown. Alright? And then, nag-accelerate na yung price downside. Okay? So, invalidation above the pattern, target yung base ng wedge. So, ito yon. So, dito nag-start yung wedge. Okay? Let's have another example. Cardano naman, crypto, daily time frame. So, dito makikita natin from here, nagkaroon ng upside and then nag-accelerate yung price and then nag-form ng ascending wedge. So, that means from acceleration, yung price nagsimulang mag-decelerate and then nag-form siya ng ascending wedge. Okay? So, hihintayin natin na magkaroon tayo ng breakdown. And then, invalidation above the pattern. And then, target is this base. Alright? Now, again, hindi magiging picture perfect lagi yung mga price action pattern. You have to learn how to read the behavior. Nag-accelerate ba? Nag-decelerate. Alright? Another example, PayPal. So, this one is a stock. So, meron tayong ascending wedge dito. Okay? So, kung titingnan natin, looking left, nasa area of resistance din tayo. And galing siya ng uptrending market. Alright? So, nag-stop dito sa resistance, nag-decelerate, and then nagkaroon tayo ng breakdown. So, that's our confirmation. Invalidation above the high, and then target yung base ng wedge. Descending wedge. So, this one is a bullish reversal. So, kailangan makita natin to in a downside move. So, again, hindi siya reversal ng buong trend. Well, sometimes pwede, pero ang pinaka-objective niya is to reverse the current move. Alright? So, ideally also, gusto natin makita to sa support level. So, we have an impulse move pababa, okay? And then followed by deceleration. So, yung deceleration pwedeng mag-form into descending wedge, and ang ina-anticipate natin is for an upside move. Okay? So, a reversal dun sa move na ginawa niya. Breakout yung confirmation natin, and invalidation below the pattern. Yung invalidation natin, ilalagay lang natin siya dito once na nagkaroon na tayo ng breakout. Okay? So, kailangan lagi natin ng confirmation. Target would be the base or the starting point of the wedge. Okay? Let's have an example. Dollar index daily time frame. So, dito meron tayong na-form na descending wedge. Okay? So, after this acceleration, nag-decelerate yung price. Nag-form ng wedge. Okay? And then, ang confirmation natin, breakout, right? Kung titingnan din natin, if we look left, nasa support area yung price. Okay? So, nag-decelerate siya towards this support level. Okay? So, kailangan natin maghintay ng confirmation kasi kung titingnan natin yung structure, galing siya ng downside move and meron siyang series of lower lows and lower highs. So, kung hindi tayo makakakita ng breakout from this pattern, there's a possibility na mag-continue itong series of lower lows and lower highs. Alright? So as you can see, after this breakout, nag-move na yung price to the upside. Okay? So invalidation below the pattern. Target is yung base ng wedge. Okay? Copper. So commodity naman, daily time frame. So yung price galing siya ng downside move. So pwedeng lower low to. Then pumasok tayo sa complex pullback. And then another impulsive move downside na nag-form nitong descending wedge pattern. Alright? So, ang confirmation natin is breakout. Now, kung mapapansin nyo din, dito, sa apex ng wedge, nagkaroon tayo ng double bottom and then at the same time, meron tayong low test and another low test. Okay? So, breakout, yung confirmation. Invalidation below the pattern. Target is the base of the wedge. Now, it is very important na i-honor natin yung invalidation kasi sometimes, after a breakout, nagkakaroon tayo ng deep retracement katulad nito. Pero it doesn't mean na invalidate na itong pattern na to. Kasi may invalidate lang siya once yung price na breach itong level na to. Okay? So as you can see dito, ang nangyari, nagkaroon tayo ng breakout and then deep retracement and then nagtuloy na siya upside. Na-reach niya yung target. Alright? Another example, Amazon. So, downside move, lower low, lower high. And then dito nagkaroon tayo ng deceleration. So, acceleration, puro red candlestick. Followed by deceleration, nag-form ng descending wedge. Okay? And also dito may na-establish na support. Nagkaroon din tayo ng low test dyan, dun sa apex. And then, nag-breakout. So, ito yung confirmation natin. Invalidation below the low. And then, target yung starting point ng wedge. Symmetrical triangle. So, ito naman, continuation pattern din siya, katulad ng falling wedge and rising wedge. So, ang difference lang nila is yung slope nung triangle, no? So, meron tayong impulse, may impulsive move upside, and then yung correction niya pwedeng mag-form into symmetrical triangle. Okay? So, yung symmetrical triangle, well, mukha siyang triangle na kung titingnan natin, parang nagko-compress yung price, right? Now, this is a complex pullback and ang ina-anticipate natin is a continuation to the upside. So, maghihintay tayo ng confirmation through breakout. Now, kung titingnan natin, bakit importanteng mag-antay ng confirmation? Kasi, kung titingnan natin yung pullback na to, itong complex pullback na to, yung structure niya, meron tayong higher lows, right? But at the same time, meron tayong lower high. So somehow, medyo nagiging indecisive yung market. Okay? So, it is very important na mag-abang tayo ng breakout. Now, for target naman, so, ang target natin dito, okay, i-measure natin yung base ng symmetrical triangle and then once na mag-breakout, dun sa breakout point niya, i-anchor natin ito. Okay? So, ito yung magiging target natin. Okay? So, the height of the base. For bearish naman, so kailangan may impulse move tayo downside followed by a complex pullback. Okay? In-anticipate natin downside move and maghihintay tayo ng breakout. So, yung structure niya sa loob ng triangle, meron tayong lower highs. So, may mga sellers and at the same time, may mga buyers din. Okay? So, mag-aabang tayo ng breakout and then invalidation above the pattern once na nagkaroon na tayo ng breakdown. Target is this one. Okay? So, yung height ng base na nitong triangle na to, ipa-plot natin once na magkaroon na tayo ng breakout or breakdown. Example, gold. So, dito meron tayong higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And then, after this impulsive move upside, pumasok tayo sa complex pullback na nag-form into symmetrical triangle. So, kung makikita natin, meron tayong lower high and at the same time, meron tayong higher lows. So, ang hintayin natin dito is for a breakout. Invalidation below the pattern and then yung target, itong measurement na to. Okay? So, ito yung magiging target natin. Alright? NVIDIA 5-minute time frame. So, dito nasa uptrend din tayo. Higher high, higher low. And then, nagkaroon tayo ng symmetrical triangle. So, after this impulsive move, pumasok tayo sa medyo matagal na complex pullback na nag-form ng symmetrical triangle. So, mag-aabang tayo ng breakout and then invalidation below the pattern. Okay? And then for our target, yung measurement na to. Alright? Ipa-plot natin siya dito sa breakout point. Okay? Euro GBP 4-hour time frame naman. So, dito meron tayong downside move. Okay? So, meron tayong impulse followed by correction na nag-form ng symmetrical triangle. So, mag-aabang tayo ng breakout or breakdown, invalidation above the pattern, and then target, yung measurement ulit ng base. Okay? So, as you can see dito, medyo na short siya. Dito ng ilang beses. 1, 2, 3. Right? So, pretty much dito, medyo nag-worry na kayo sa trade nyo kasi pumasok na siya ng sideways market condition. So, baka maybe close nyo na yung trade, right? Pero eventually, na-hit din naman niya yung objective niya na target. Alright? Zoom. So, this one is stock, 1-hour time frame. So, obviously, nasa downtrending market tayo, series of lower lows and lower highs. Now, dito, nagkaroon tayo ng correction in a form of a symmetrical triangle. Okay? So, meron tayong higher lows and at the same time, lower highs. Okay? So, mag-aabang tayo ng breakdown, invalidation above the pattern, and then for our target, measurement ulit. So, measured move. Okay? Ascending triangle. So, this one is ideally, gusto natin itong makita as a continuation, pero sometimes, pwede rin siyang maging reversal. So, ascending triangle, makikita natin to after an upside move. So, impulse and then susundan siya ng consolidation. So, parang nagko-compress yung price dito sa triangle na to. Now, ideally, gusto natin itong makita mag-breakout to the upside. But there are instances na ang ginagawa niya, nagkakaroon siya ng breakdown na nagli-lead to reversal. Kasi kung titingnan natin, so dito, gumagawa siya ng higher lows, but at the same time, merong mga sellers na nagde-defend dito sa level na to. Kaya may mga times na nagkakaroon ng breakdown. Okay? So, always wait for confirmation. Ang confirmation natin for this one is a breakout. Now, yung invalidation natin below the pattern pa rin. And then, for target, parang symmetrical triangle lang yung base. Okay? So, dito sa resistance hanggang dun sa starting point ng triangle, ipa-plot natin yan once na nagkaroon na tayo ng breakout. And that would be our target. Alright? Let's have an example, CAD yen. So, dito makikita natin yung structure ng market. Higher high, higher low, higher high, and then, nag-compress yung price. So, nag-form siya ng ascending triangle. So, we have resistance, and at the same time, higher lows. Right? So, maghihintay tayo ng breakout, and then invalidation below the pattern, target, height nito, ipo-plot natin after the breakout. Alright, so that would be our target. Netflix, daily time frame. So coming from an upside move, nag-form ng ascending triangle, higher lows, and then nag-hold yung resistance. And then right here, nagkaroon tayo ng breakout. So yan yung confirmation natin. Invalidation below the pattern. And then for target, itong height na to. Alright, ipa-plot natin after breakout. Shibu, so crypto. So dito meron tayong ascending triangle. So again, meron tayong series of higher lows. So, yung mga buyers, pinupush yung price higher, and at the same time, may mga sellers na dinedefend itong area na to. And then eventually, nagkaroon tayo ng breakout. So, as you can see, very impulsive nung naging move niya. So, invalidation is below the pattern, and yung target natin would be yung height na to. Ipo-plot natin after breakout. Alright? Descending triangle. So, ito naman, bearish continuation siya, but at the same time, katulad ng ascending triangle, pwede rin siyang maging reversal. So, meron tayong impulsive move downside, followed by consolidation. So, ideally, gusto natin makita to as continuation, but if you look at the structure, so dito, nagkakaroon tayo ng lower highs. So, may mga sellers na pinupush yung price lower, but at the same time, merong mga buyers na nagde-defend dito sa support level na to. Kaya, pwede siyang maging reversal. Alright? So, mag-aabang tayo ng confirmation. So, pag nag-breakdown, invalidation above the pattern, and then yung target natin, ganun din, yung height ng base, ipa-plot natin after mag-breakdown. And that would be our target. Let's have an example. GBP USD. So, kung titingnan natin yung structure ng market from here, nag-form na tayo ng lower lows and lower highs. Now, dito, nagkaroon tayo ng descending triangle. So, may mga sellers na pinupush yung price lower, and at the same time, may mga buyers na nagde-defend. Now, nung nagkaroon na tayo ng squeeze dito, nagkaroon na tayo ng breakdown. So, yan yung confirmation natin na magko-continue yung downside move. And then, ang invalidation natin is above the pattern for our targets, yung base ng triangle. Alright? Zoom. So, this one is a stock. 30-minute time frame. So, dito, meron tayong descending triangle. Now, yung movement niya, yung structure, meron tayong impulsive move downside followed by consolidation na nag-form ng descending triangle. So, meron tayong lower high and at the same time, meron tayong support level dito. So, nagko-compress siya. And then, nagkaroon tayo ng gap down. Alright? So, gap down, parang naging ano na rin siya, naging breakdown na rin siya. Right? So, yung price nag-continue lower. So, invalidation natin is above the pattern. Target is yung measure ng base plotted after breaking down. That would be our target. Okay? Ethereum naman, 8-hour time frame. So, this one is crypto. So, meron tayong impulsive move right here, followed by consolidation na nag-form ng descending triangle. So, meron tayong mga series of lower highs, and dito may mga buyers na nagde-defend dito sa support level na to. And then, nagkaroon tayo ng breakdown. So, that's our confirmation, right? Na magko-continue yung downside move. So, target, invalidation above the pattern, and then ito yung target natin, yung height nito. Okay, pa-plot natin once na nag-breakdown na. Okay, so yan yung target natin. Bull flag. So this one is a bullish continuation pattern. So medyo similar siya with falling wedge. So kailangan natin makakita ng impulsive move. Now after that impulsive move, papasok tayo sa corrective phase. Now usually pwedeng maging flag pattern yung correction na gagawin niya. So complex pullback, no? And magpo-form siya ng flag. Now, ina-anticipate natin dito is for price to continue its upside move. So, dito magsisimula yung next impulsive move. For confirmation, of course, kailangan ulit natin ng breakout and then invalidation natin below the pattern. Ayan. So, kung mapapansin nyo, complex siya, no? Marami siyang movement inside this flag pattern. Now, once na nakakita na kayo na nasa corrective phase and nag-form ng flag, kailangan natin maghintay ng breakout. Alright? Kasi kung hindi tayo maghihintay ng breakout, possible na bumaba pa yan. So, maging ganito, mag-rotate pa rin, and then maging down-sloping channel siya. Hindi na siya maging flag. Okay? Now, for our target, ang first target natin would be immediate resistance. Okay? And then the second target, yung measured move. So, yung measurement nito, nung pole or nung impulse, ipoplot natin siya dito. Alright? Dun sa end ng flag once na nag-breakout na. And that would be our target. Okay? Let's have an example. Dollar-yen daily time frame. So, galing tayo ng downtrend. And then dito, nagkaroon tayo ng change of structure. So, nag-break out, higher high, na-break yung previous lower high. So, change of structure. And then, higher low. And then, etong from higher high to higher low, that's our corrective kasi ito yung impulse. Nag-form siya ng flag pattern. And then, yung confirmation is yung breakout. So, ito. Once na nag-breakout ang invalidation natin below the pattern. Now, for our first target, itong immediate resistance, but as you can see, sobrang lapit niya dito. From breakout, sobrang lapit niya sa first target. So, kung i-assess natin, kung iti-trade natin to with our stop loss dito sa invalidation level, medyo hindi siya okay kasi hindi niya tayo bibigyan ng good risk to reward ratio. Okay, so ang gagawin natin, yung second target, yung measured move. So ito yung impulse natin, ipa-plot natin yan sa end nitong flag pattern na to once na mag-breakout. That would be our target. Okay? German DAX, daily time frame. So nasa uptrending market. Okay, and then dito, nag-form siya ng bull flag. Right? So, continuation pattern to the upside. So, ang confirmation natin, breakout, invalidation below the pattern. And then, yung first target natin dito. So, again, hindi siya ideal target for us kung iti-trade natin tong flag pattern kasi sobrang lapit niya sa target. So, ang gagawin natin, yung measured move. So, dito nag-start yung impulse. Okay? Pa-plot natin yan sa end ng flag. And then, that would be our target. Alright? Another example, Hang Seng. So, Hong Kong Stock Index. So, dito meron tayong flag. Ito yung impulse natin. Impulse followed by correction. Okay? So, nag-form ng flag and then, andito yung confirmation natin. Breakout. Invalidation below the low of the pattern. First target is yung immediate resistance and then yung second target natin would be a measured move. Alright? Bear flag. So, this one is the opposite of bull flag. So, bearish continuation pattern naman siya. So, we have this impulsive move downside followed by a complex correction or complex pullback. So, ang in-anticipate natin dito is for a continuation downside. So, yung confirmation natin is breakdown, invalidation above the flag pattern, and then yung target natin, so meron ulit tayong dalawang target. So, first is yung immediate support, and then the next one is measured move. So, yung measurement nitong pole, yan yung magiging target natin. Alright? Let's have an example. Euro NZD, daily time frame. So, galing tayo ng downside move, impulsive. So, nagkaroon tayo ng lower low. So, kung may lower low tayo, impulse, magkikreate siya ng lower high and then papasok sa corrective phase. So, dito nag-form siya ng bear flag. Alright? So, complex pullback. Breakdown, confirmation, invalidation above the pattern, and then dito yung first target natin, and as you can see again, masyado siyang malapit, right? Masyado siyang malapit dito sa target natin, yung breakdown. Then ito yung invalidation natin. So hindi niya tayo bibigyan ng magandang risk to reward ratio. So ang gagawin nating target would be a measured move. Okay? So, dito yung magiging target natin. Alright? Meta, daily time frame. So, this one is a stock. So, dito meron tayong bear flag. Right? So, after this breakdown, so dito hindi pa talaga confirmed yung trend change. Right? Kasi, ito yung last higher low natin. Pwede rin dito actually, pwedeng ito rin yung higher low, but ang pinaka obvious talaga dito na higher low is this one. This might just be a micro pullback, right? So ito yung higher low, but nevertheless, meron tayong flag pattern dito. So complex pullback, and then nagkaroon tayo ng breakdown, nag-gap down. So yung invalidation is above the pattern. First target would be support. Then, second target would be this measured move. Now, kung nakikita natin to ngayon sa chart, most probably, hindi natin ititrade to kasi wala pa siyang trend change, right? Wala pa tayong change of structure kasi galing tayo ng uptrend. Okay? So, most probably, hindi natin matitrade to, right? But still, this is a bearish flag pattern. Crude oil, 4-hour time frame. So, dito naman, meron tayong impulsive move downside. So, na-break to, nagkaroon tayo ng initial lower low. Now, ito yung flag na hindi siya upsloping. Okay? Para siyang rotational. Okay? Parang nag-consolidate siya dito. So, flat yung formation ng flag niya. But still, this is a flag pattern. So, confirmation pa rin dito is a breakdown, invalidation above the pattern. And then yung target natin dito, measured move lang. Alright? So, may isang target lang tayo dito kasi hindi naman siya upsloping na bibigyan tayo ng room to go down dito sa first target. Alright? Let's talk about head and shoulders. So, head and shoulders, reversal pattern naman siya. So, meron tayong bullish head and shoulder and bearish head and shoulders. Also, meron tayong tatlong types of head and shoulders. So, nagkakaiba-iba to sa neckline. So, we have flat neckline na head and shoulders, up-sloping neckline, and down-sloping neckline. So, let's start with the flat neckline. So, ganito yung itsura niya. So, yung bullish head and shoulder, ang tinatawag din to minsang inverted head and shoulders. So, we have the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. And ito yung neckline natin. So, kung titingnan natin yung structure ng market, so meron tayong lower low, lower high, lower low, and ito, hindi siya talaga gumawa ng higher high, pero pumantay siya dito sa previous lower high. Alright? So, at this point, meron lang tayong potential head and shoulder. So, bababa siya. Pwede siyang mag-establish ng right shoulder. Now, mako-confirm lang to once na magkaroon tayo ng breakout. Right? Pag nag-breakout from the neckline. Kasi, ang magiging structure na ng market, so this one is our initial higher low, and then magkakaroon tayo ng higher high. Alright? So, kaya siya tinawag na reversal pattern. Okay? So, ang confirmation, again, is breakout. And then, ang invalidation nito is at the right shoulder. Okay? So, for target naman, ang target natin dito is measured move. So, i-measure lang natin from neckline to head. And then, ipa-plot natin to once na mag-breakout na. Okay? So, ito yung magiging target natin. So, this one is for the bullish head and shoulder. Now, for bearish head and shoulder naman, we have the left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and our flat neckline. Okay? So, same level lang siya dito, kaya tinawag siya na flat neckline. So, tignan natin yung structure. We have this higher high, higher low, higher high. Dito, pumantay itong low na to dito sa previous higher low. Right? And then, nag-retrace. Gumawa siya ng possible lower high. So, this would be our potential right shoulder. So, bakit siya potential? Kasi kailangan pa niyang magkaroon ng breakdown dito sa neckline. Alright? So, ang confirmation natin is breakdown. Invalidation natin is above the right shoulder. And then for our target, measured move pa rin. Alright? Let's have an example. So here we have AUD-USD on the weekly time frame. So as you can see, galing tayo ng uptrend. So higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Right? So dito nag-form tayo ng reversal pattern. So we have left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. Okay? Ito yung neckline natin. So, flat neckline. And then, nagkaroon tayo ng breakdown from the neckline. So, na-confirm na yung reversal pattern. Okay? So, invalidation natin above the right shoulder. And then, yung target natin is a measured move. Alright? So, tingnan natin yung structure. So, dito meron tayong higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, but then this one, hindi na siya nakapag-create ng higher low or lower low. Instead, pumantay siya dito sa previous higher low. Right? And then, nag-rally, nag-pull back, nag-create tayo ng initial lower high. Okay? So, at this point, meron pa lang tayong potential reversal. Nung nagkaroon na tayo ng breakdown sa neckline, nagkaroon tayo ng lower low. So, dito na na-confirm yung reversal natin. Okay? So, ito yung target, measured move. Let's have another example. Hang Seng or Hong Kong Stock Index, daily time frame. So, dito meron tayong left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Okay? Flat neckline. Breakdown, yung confirmation natin. Invalidation sa right shoulder. Target is a measured move. Alright? So, tingnan natin yung structure. So, galing tayo ng upside move. Maybe this one is downtrend talaga siya pero sa higher time frame. Okay, so maybe sa weekly time frame. All right? So we have this higher high, higher low, okay? Higher high, higher low, higher high, and then hindi na siya nakapag-create ng higher low or lower low. All right? So same level na siya with this previous higher low. And then lower high, initial lower high. Nagkaroon tayo ng breakdown. So, nagkaroon tayo ng lower low. Right? So, yun yung naging change of structure natin. Itong break ng neckline. Alright? Let's have another example. Silver daily time frame. Okay? So, we have this left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So, this one is a bullish reversal naman. Flat neckline. Confirmation is this breakout, invalidation sa right shoulder, and then ang target natin would be a measured move. Now, tingnan muna natin yung structure ng market. So, bago mabuo to, yung price was coming from a downside move. So, may series of lower lows and lower highs tayo. So, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then dito pumantay siya sa previous lower high. Okay? Nagkaroon tayo ng initial higher low, breakout from the neckline, nag-create tayo ng higher high, higher low. Right? So, somehow may change of structure tayo. But as you can see, in this example, hindi niya na-reach yung target. And that's okay. Kasi hindi lagi kapag nakakita tayo ng certain patterns, may hit yung target. Alright? Guide lang natin to project kung saan yung potential movement niya. Okay? So, hindi guaranteed na laging may hit yung target like this one. Hindi siya na-hit. Okay? Let's have another example. Crude oil, daily time frame. So, we have left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and then, ito yung neckline natin. So, galing tayo ng downside move. Nagkaroon tayo ng reversal, bullish reversal pattern. Breakout, yung confirmation. Invalidation is at the right shoulder. And then, measured move, yung target natin. Okay? Now, let's go over to up-sloping neckline. Alright? So, head and shoulder reversal pa rin to. Iba lang yung slope ng neckline niya. So, for bearish head and shoulder, so, ganito yung neckline niya. So, we have left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and then up-sloping neckline. So, kung titingnan natin yung structure, we have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then lower high. So, kanina, same level yung flat neckline. Pero dito, meron tayong higher low. Okay? Lower high. And then yung confirmation natin is a break from this neckline. Alright? So, this is our confirmation. Breakdown. Invalidation, ganun pa rin. Right shoulder. Target is a measured move. For bullish head and shoulder naman na upsloping yung neckline. So, we have left shoulder, head, and then right shoulder. Ito yung neckline natin. Okay? So, ang confirmation natin is breakout. Invalidation is below the right shoulder. So, kung titingnan natin yung structure, itatrack natin, we have lower low, lower high, lower low, and then initial higher high, initial higher low, and then yung confirmation natin dun sa change of structure dito sa breakout. Alright? And then our target, measured move pa rin. Let's have an example. GBP/AUD daily time frame. So galing tayo ng downside move and then nag-rotate higher. Okay? From downside to upside. Now dito, nagkaroon tayo ng left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and then up-sloping neckline. Okay? So breakdown yung confirmation natin. Invalidation above the right shoulder. And then ang target natin is a measured move. Okay? GBP/AUD pa rin, daily time frame. So dito pretty much nasa rotational or sideways market condition tayo kasi meron tayong multiple rejection sa upper extreme, same with the lower extreme. But dito sa upper extreme, nag-form tayo ng head and shoulder. We have the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder with an up-sloping neckline. Okay? Breakdown, yung confirmation natin. Invalidation above the right shoulder, and then a measured move for our target. German DAX, daily time frame. So, meron tayong left shoulder, head, right shoulder with an up-sloping neckline. So, kung titingnan natin looking left, most probably parang galing tayo sa sideways or rotational. And then, bumaba tayo. And then, nagkaroon na tayo ng reversal pattern. Okay? So, lower low, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low, breakout. Alright? So, confirmation, invalidation, and then our target is a measured move. Alright? Ethereum, daily time frame. So, galing tayo ng downside move. And then, nagkaroon tayo ng bullish head and shoulder. Up-sloping neckline. Breakout, yung confirmation natin. Invalidation is below the right shoulder. And then, our target is a measured move. Alright? Down-sloping neckline or downward-sloping neckline naman. So, we have this bearish head and shoulder na down-sloping yung neckline. Okay? So, yung structure niya, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low. Alright? Lower low, lower high. Okay? So, kanina, flat and then higher low. Dito naman, lower low. Okay? So, ganun pa rin, ang confirmation is breakdown. Invalidation natin is above the right shoulder. And then, ang target is a measured move. Alright? So, bullish head and shoulder with down-sloping neckline. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, down-sloping neckline. Okay? So, yung structure niya, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then initial higher low. Okay? Confirmation natin is breakout. Ang target natin is a measured move. Okay? So, invalidation is below the right shoulder. Let's have an example. NVIDIA, daily time frame. So, galing tayo ng upside move. Very impulsive, and then nagkaroon tayo ng reversal. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and a down-sloping neckline. Okay? So, breakdown, yan yung confirmation natin, and then invalidation above the right shoulder. And ang target is a measured move. So, medyo nag-miss tayo dito sa target natin. Dito sa example na to. Alright? Next, GBP CHF 4-hour time frame. So, galing tayo ng upside move. And then, nag-form tayo ng head and shoulder pattern. So, left shoulder, head, and then right shoulder with down-sloping neckline. Okay? So, confirmation is breakdown. Invalidation is above the right shoulder. And then, ang target is a measured move. So, from uptrend, nag-form ng head and shoulder, and then nag-reverse siya to downtrend. Alright? Apple, daily time frame. So, galing ng upside move. Then, downside move. Then, dito nagkaroon tayo ng inverse head and shoulder. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder with down sloping neckline. Okay? Breakout, confirmation, invalidation below the right shoulder, and then ang target natin is measured move. Alright? So, kung titingnan din natin yung structure, we have this lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then initial higher low. Breakout, higher high, and then higher low, and then higher high. Alright? German DAX, daily time frame. So, galing tayo ng downtrend. Meron tayong series of lower lows and lower highs. So, dito nag-form tayo ng left shoulder, head, and then right shoulder. Down sloping neckline. Confirmation is breakout. Invalidation is below the right shoulder. Target is a measured move. Okay? Double top. So, this one is a bearish reversal pattern. So, kailangan makita natin to in an uptrending market at certain resistance level. So, ganito yung itsura niya. So, we have this impulse and then retracement. Okay? And then suddenly, hindi na nagawang mag-trade above this level ng price. Alright? And then, nag-reverse. So, ganito yung itsura ng double top. We also have a neckline sa double top. So, ito yung midpoint. Okay? Midpoint na itong pattern na to. Okay? So, kung titingnan natin yung structure, meron tayong higher high, and then higher low. And then dito, hindi na siya nakapag-create ng higher high. Hindi rin siya nag-create ng lower high, but instead, luminya siya dito sa previous higher high. Okay? So, confirmation natin is through breakdown. Okay? So, yan yung magiging confirmation natin. Kasi, so this is our higher low, diba? Once na magkaroon tayo ng breakdown, magkakaroon tayo ng lower low. So, that's our change of structure. Okay? Kung let's say, hindi pa nagbe-breakdown from this neckline, nandito pa lang yung price, ang tawag pa lang natin dyan is potential double top. Alright? So, invalidation is above the pattern and ang target is measured move. Alright? Let's have an example. Euro USD weekly time frame. So, as we can see, galing tayo ng uptrend. Series of higher highs and higher lows. And then, nagkaroon tayo dito ng double top reversal pattern. So, this is our neckline. So, previous higher low, right? Higher high, higher low, and then hindi na siya nakagawa ng higher high. Okay? So, kailangan ma-break natin tong neckline. So, ang confirmation is breakdown. So, yung previous higher low na break, nagkaroon tayo ng lower low. So, that's our confirmation. Invalidation is above the pattern, and then ang target is a measured move. So, as you can see, from uptrend, ni-reverse niya yung move to downtrend. Okay? Another example is Bitcoin daily time frame. So, galing tayo ng uptrend, higher high, higher low, and then nagkaroon tayo ng double top. So, ang confirmation is through breakdown ng neckline, invalidation above the pattern. So, kung mapapansin nyo dito, medyo nag-overshoot siya. And that's okay kasi ito is a failed breakout. So, failed attempt siya, no? So, this will still count as double top. Alright? So, yung previous higher low na break, nagkaroon tayo ng lower low. So, yung target, kung i-measure natin, kailangan measured move siya. Okay? Another example, Amazon. So, galing ng uptrend and then nag-form ng double top. Okay? So, ito yung neckline. Confirmation is breakdown. Invalidation is above the pattern. And then, ang target natin is a measured move. So, ni-reverse niya from uptrend to downtrend. Alright? Double bottom. So, this one is a bullish reversal pattern. So, kailangan makita natin to after a downside move or downtrend sa certain support level. Okay? So, we have this impulsive move downside. Nagkaroon tayo ng pullback to create a lower high. And then, ganito yung nangyari. So, hindi niya nagawang mag-trade below this level. Instead, nag-hold siya dito sa previous lower low, right? And then nagkaroon tayo ng breakout, change of structure. So this would be our double bottom. Alright? So meron din tayong neckline dito. So yung neckline natin is yung midpoint or yung previous lower high. Okay? So kailangan natin ma-break yan to confirm the pattern. So, kailangan natin ng breakout, invalidation below the pattern, and then ang target is a measured move. Okay? So, let's have an example. Gold daily time frame. So, galing tayo ng downside move, and then nag-form tayo ng double bottom. Alright? So, ito yung neckline, and then breakout is our confirmation. Okay? Invalidation below the pattern, and ang target natin is a measured move. So, kung itatrack natin yung naging structure na to, so lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then dito flat siya. Okay? So, hindi siya higher low, hindi rin siya lower low, pero kalinya lang niya itong previous lower low. Alright? And then, nag-rally yung price sa upside. Okay? So, ka-line up din niya itong previous lower high. Nung nagkaroon tayo ng breakout, nagkaroon tayo ng higher high, and then nag-pull back, higher low. Saan siya nag-pull back? Dito sa neckline. Kasi yung neckline, yan yung previous resistance, nag-turn into support. And then, nag-rally na to the upside. Okay? Let's have another example. GBP NZD, daily time frame. So, galing ng downtrend and then nagkaroon tayo dito ng reversal, double bottom. Okay? So, one rejection, two rejection. Okay? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Hindi na tayo nakagawa ng lower low. Okay? So, nagkaroon tayo ng breakout sa neckline. So, that's our confirmation. And then, nag-create tayo ng higher high. So, from downtrend, nag-shift to uptrend. Okay? Invalidation below the pattern. And then, ang target is a measured move. Alright? Alright, so now that we're done with price action patterns, just a quick recap lang. So, price action refers to the up and down movement of a market's price when plotted over time. Chart patterns are derived from price action, and it allows a trader to read the market and make trading decisions based on repeatable patterns that occur on the chart. And although we have patterns for continuation and reversals, don't use it solely as trading signals. And always wait for confirmation. Homework. So, identify each price action patterns on your favorite market. So, pwede nyong gawin as many as you want. label it and take screenshots and put it inside a folder. So this will serve as your knowledge bank for price action patterns.